Good evening, everyone. I'm in the T-7A Red Hawk. This is an American fighter trainer. It's for training pilots on the new F-35, really. And I'm in... it's got the right colour scheme this time. It's the American colour scheme. The British don't have any. And we're going to fly it back to Gibraltar. It's... what time is it? It's 6:30 coming up. And it won't take long. It'll only take a few minutes to get back. So let's go. Let's get inside the bird and enjoy the nice evening. Right, there we go. Brakes are off. Controls full and free movement. Let's... Ooh, I don't like the new effects they've put in. As you move the rudders and your head turns, and I like to try to stay. There we go. Got some wind over the tail now. Gear can come up. Everything looks good. 200, 300 afterburner off. That's nice. That's nice. I don't like that. I mean, look, when it does that, you lose spatial orientation, and you might crash doing that. I like to do that sometimes. They've ruined a really, really good flight model here by doing this. I don't know why they've done it, but I should just be looking ahead. I don't want to look like that in a turn. You know, this is. I blame airline pilots for this, because a lot of these flight simulators, airline pilots will get. Okay, while they're learning to become airline pilots, because this particular flight simulator is a great asset to learning about becoming an airline pilot. And they're flying straight and level all the time. I'm not, and that's the difference. And they spoil it for me. Look at that. This is North Africa. This is Morocco. Got Tangiers just behind me. They should be the lights of Tangiers. Yes. Sunset over the Atlantic. We're heading off to Gibraltar, which should be ahead of us in the distance there. Doing 414 knots. Can't even look down. I can look from side to side, but I can't look up and down. What use is that? You know, if you ever want to get a flight simulator, you really need to do it in VR. I love VR. It's just like flying the real thing. In fact, it's better because it's free, and you've got access to loads of aircraft that you just couldn't possibly afford in real life. Okay, so we've got Gibraltar on the nose. It's a really nice night tonight. Up that way somewhere, we've got Rota, which is a huge American Air Force base at the gateway to the Mediterranean. This is the gateway to the Mediterranean. There's Africa just to our right, and we've got Europe just to our left, and ahead of us we've got the Mediterranean Sea for the next 2,000 miles until we hit Israel at the far end. Okay, there's Gibraltar, bang on the nose there. I'm going to weave around the coastline. I'm going to slow the bird down, reduce the power. See, now normally I would be glancing at my fuel, which is the bottom sort of right of the screen. You can see it says engine and fuel, and I'd like to see my engine and fuel gauges, but I can't because it won't allow me to scroll down, which is shit. It really is. So what I want you to do is check out this. This is the airspeed, and this is the altitude. This tells me how high I am, but this is the important one, the one that altitude that begins with R. This is the actual height from the Radalt. R indicates Radalt, and we're looking for 140 for touchdown. Okay, throttle is closed. We are at 8,000 feet. We're doing 370 knots. Quick look outside. There's our super duper plane. There's the nature reserve. Don't want to be turning too prematurely. I want to keep it out over the water and do a left turn into the bay. I'll try not to use any power from now. I'll try to bring it all the way in without any power. Trim, 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 trim. 5,000. Because I've always been a believer that the 3-degree glide slope is too low. You know, if you lose power, you don't have any and you need it. Therefore, coming a bit steeper, then you don't need the power even if you lose it. And then you can worry about fixing it when you're on the ground, can't you? Okay, doing a left turn now. To line myself up with the runway, which is dead ahead, just off to the right slightly. Okay. I'm going to use the air brakes now to slow myself down. Speed brake engaged. I'm going to bring the speed brake down to gear extension speed, which is about 250. Got 27, 26, 25. That's in. Speed brake is away. Gear should be in transit. I should have 3 greens very soon, but I don't. I've got 3 whites, so I'll recycle the gear. There we go. I've got 3 reds now. That gear is cycling, and I should have a runway over here somewhere. There we are. We've got 3 greens. Got 190. I'm looking for 140 for touchdown. Confirm 3 greens. Confirm. I would like to see what fuel I've got, but I can't. Ground collision avoidance system is on. So there we are, 1,700 feet. We are high, so we can extend the speed brake, put the nose down, and we're going too slow for words. 2.5, but we need to lose height, so let's just go with it. 2.7, 2.8, 800 feet, 700 feet, 600 feet. Okay, speed brake can go away. We can raise the nose. 4 reds, so that's the 3-degree glide slope telling me I'm too slow. I need to trickle of power now. So I didn't really do that approach as steeply as I wanted to. I messed up, left the speed brake out too long, never mind. 2.6, 2.8, 30. Aiming point is 140 knots. I'm at 133, 132. Confirm 3 greens, confirm. Okay. Trickle up out there. Coming in last minute. Boom, we're on. And we've got this nasty bump in the runway. Just here somewhere. I'm trying to stop before we get to it. So that really is embarrassing. I don't know why X-Plane do that. As if they'd have a big ramp, a big bump in the middle of the runway. Like a sleeping policeman. Imagine that. Speed ramp in the middle of the runway. Absolutely rubbish. What a load of bollocks. I mean, X-Plane 11, I really liked X-Plane 11 for a long time, but it had loads of faults, and they tried to launch X-Plane 12, and by the way, it was so much better, and it was a competitor for Microsoft Flight Simulator, but it really wasn't. It was just X-Plane 11. A little bit fancier, which was rubbish. It really was rubbish. Okay, brakes are on. Let's see if it'll allow me to look down. Oh, I can see my fuel level now. Look, there's my fuel level. That's what I wanted to do. I wanted to open the canopy. Landing light. Turn them off. Turn that off. Turn the fuel off. Generator, avionics, and the battery. Everything is off, and we can sit outside and have a look at our aeroplane from the outside. We can go through checklists and all kinds of things if you want to do everything in the right order. Someone will say, oh yeah, should I switch that one off first? Well, maybe not. Anyway, there we go. We've flown back from Tangiers. We're now back at Gibraltar, and I'm going home because it's time for a beer. Thanks very much for watching.